today I'm going to show you how to solo mine in the mole. Let's start out with the loadout I like to run on the mole. First, I run the module, the Rigger C3. It gives the laser an extra 25% more power. Second, I like to run the Focus 3 module because it gives me a bigger optimal charge window. It's that little green area. And for the third thing, I'll use the Hofstede S2 mining laser. It just helps tune the other two lasers because the other two lasers are high power lasers and this one is like a low power laser. Now for my side lasers, I run 4 Rigger C3 modules. I also run 2 Focus 3 modules on the side to keep that green window open. For the side laser, I run the Helix 2. These are high powered lasers to help crack those bigger rocks. If you run a full mole, you can crack up to 75,000 tons. But I'm still testing bigger rocks though. If you come over to this website right here, you can find all those parts I listed off to you. And if you actually come over here to the cart, after you hit non-stock items to the cart, hit this little shopping cart here, and you could find where exactly each component is at. I'll leave a link in the description for you. Now that the loadout is set, let's move on to the spot I like to search when I get to Walla. From here, I found that it's easier to find high value rocks. Next is a breakdown of how to search for rocks efficiently, so there is no time wasted and more value is squeezed out of every run. I'm going to fast forward the video. I'll see you when we get to Walla. Now that we have made it, I like to reposition myself to where it says OM-1. You want to jump there. After you jump there, you want to look around and you want to find OM-2. After you find it, you want to start heading down to the moon where the light side meets the dark side. I want to fast forward until we reach about 12,000 kilometers from the surface. Now that you've reached the surface, you want to toggle the scan with the V key on your keyboard and start scanning. The rocks you are looking for with the highest level of Quantanium, Taranite, and Bexalite is Shale, Igneous, and Granite. Now that you know the best rocks, I can show you the numbers to help you find these rocks a lot faster on Walla. You see this number here below the middle screen in the mole, 24,980? Well, this number is too high and will indicate a cluster of gems. You want to be searching for the number between 1,700 and 14,000. This number I just scanned, 12,110, marks a shale deposit with a cluster of 7 rocks. Now that the shale deposit is located, every rock in the cluster will be scanned before mining to keep things as efficient as possible. This process takes a little while, so it's going to be fast forward, but mining really does require patience. No luck here, so on to the next. I'm gonna fast forward this part as well. Once you've spotted a rock worth mining, back off to a safe distance of about 55 to 60 meters. Center the rock precisely in the middle of your bottom monitor. Slowly pitch your nose upwards until the rock vanishes from view. This ensures perfect alignment. Follow this method every time for guaranteed results. As I'm mining here, quick tip for the top 3 ores, Bexalite, Taranite, and Quantanium. Always hunt for the rocks with 30% or higher concentration. These are your money makers. Check this out, the super low resistance on this rock, but watch, the Focus 3 module just expanded that green window way bigger. That's exactly what Focus 3 does. Helps you lock in those high value deposits. Now over here it says impossible in the rock description. This is where the Rigor 3 C3 module kicks in with 25% extra power. Now that you locked in the optimal position, keep the rock centered, because if it overloads, it'll explode and take you out with it. That could wreck your modules too, forcing a long haul back to the hangar for repairs. Stay patient to avoid the wipeout. Once the rock breaks apart, scan each fragment before collecting. Prioritize pieces with 50% or higher concentration first, then work your way down. This guarantees your haul back the maximum value for your mining run. Also, I forgot to mention that there will be secondary breaks on the bigger rocks you mine. If it makes sense to break it, and if it doesn't, just leave it. Once you're done scanning again, you want to follow up with those secondary breaks and scan once more before you start collecting. And remember, you want to collect the pieces that are 50% more concentration. I'm going to work on filling my mold. I'll get back to you when I start putting in orders at the shop. Remember, I'm on Wallace, so I'll be going to Arc L1. When placing orders, I prefer using Dinyx. It takes the longest time, but it gives the highest yield. Always process valuable ores separately and group the less important ones together. Also make sure to sell the inert materials on your way out. I'm wrapping up my orders now, and the second run will be a montage. I made about 2.2 million from this run, but on the player market that's roughly 10 times more, around 20 million. I also sold 60 quant for 600 million. Also enjoy the rest of the video.